Hello, beautiful people. This is Con Mustaf, also known as Con Knight, and we are doing our guardian angel connection practice, where we are calling in our guardian angel, our spirit guides, whoever we want to call in to establish a greater connection with. And we are going through our different clairs, such as clairsentience, which is feeling, clairvoyance, which is seeing, clairaudience, which is hearing, clairalience, which is smelling, clairgustance, which is tasting, and claircognizance, which is the whole gambit, and that's just knowing. And we've been doing this for, I think, about 8 days now, 9 days. And we've been doing this straight. Oh, this is our 10th day that we've been doing this straight. And we are already starting to feel a lot of connections. I hope you guys are feeling something as well. Hello, beautiful people. Hi, Kerilyn. Hey, Veronica. Hello, Savannah and Grace. And whoever else has not left a comment, thank you all for joining and being a part of this. So, hope everyone is ready to get some practice on. Hey, Callie. Okay, so I'm making my notes here. Clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairalience, Clairgustance, and claircognizance. And I'm just making my notes, and we will practice. So glad you guys are all here. I see the notifications are going out. I love how everyone is saying hello to each other, and we are developing a bond with each other. I love that about our little community that we have going on here in the middle of the night. Seems like our little private secret that's it's our private club, and we get to play and enjoy. With that, make sure you have some water beside you. I'm just going to fill my water up here. And we are going to begin in any moment. Okay. Everybody ready? Okay, so I just got off the 1 billion strong YouTube channel where I did the heart coherence. If you haven't done so already, begin to breathe into your heart and around your heart. Just find yourself in even rhythm and bring in an elevated emotion such as joy, love, freedom, peace, and just breathe that into your heart and out. And allow that to expand through your entire body, and just keep breathing in and out of your heart to raise your vibrations. You can match the high vibration of our spirits, of whoever we are connecting in. And with that, we only allow those that have the highest and best intentions for the greatest good of all to be allowed into our space. We only allow love inside our space. We only allow love out of our space. I ask for Archangel Michael to protect our space and be our spiritual bouncer, to only allow those that we have marked as high vibration. So, hello, Myra, Kerilyn, Veronica. Everyone is giving lots of highs. I love that. I love you guys. That is so beautiful. Okay, so let's begin. So, calling your guide, we're going to work on clairsentience first. And clairsentience is feeling, and we want to feel the spirit, whoever we bring in, we want to feel them in our body. So, make note and share. So, Sebastien, would you come in, please? And right away, I feel he comes down my crown chakra and right down my spine. And he settles right into my belly, between my solar plexus and my navel, just where my sternum is. I can feel it expanding not only in my front across my stomach, across my intestines, but I can also feel it expanding across my back, across my kidneys. Lots of energy coming in through. I'm going to turn up the heat. Sebastien, can you come in closer, please? I really want to feel his energy and really get aligned. Turn it up. That's it. Turn it up another 25% if I can handle it. Now I'm feeling the expansion in my heart behind my back. I'm just feeling expanding across my chest, moving up to the base of my skull, washing over my face, across my eyes, my nasal patches. Expanding my throat. I can actually feel energy going up and down and around. So I'm feeling a bit of a Torah happening with his energy. Whew. That's good. So the Torah is new for me to have that feeling. It's very light, but I'm feeling it. Kerilyn says, "Phew, today Solomon came down through the top of my head and down and around a first. Very cool. I love that we're going to have some firsts today. Love it. All right. So just keep yourself connected with that energy. Allow the vibrational shifts. Get to a point that you can feel every single molecule of your body is vibrating. And this is going to be shifting all the molecular structure and changing the molecular structure and feeling it. So just allow it to happen in your body. Okay, I am shifting some gears here, and I'm going to say, okay, Sebastien, where are you around my body? And I'm just going to turn my head and just feel and just see. And I feel he's on my left-hand side. He's behind me again on my left. And that's usually where he hangs out, is on my left. And I can feel extra energy. It's making my left eye wince a bit because I've asked for the energy to be strong today. So I can feel him on my left side behind, and he's quite strong, which I've asked him to. I asked him to come in stronger. I'm just allowing that energy to integrate with my body. So feeling it. Let me know what you guys are feeling. Grace says, my female guardian angel, Saffron, is with me tonight. Awesome. Her energy is soft, but I can feel her around me, my arms, and I can feel her presence behind me. Very cool. Love it. Well done, Grace. Ooh, okay. And I'm just going to tap into the energy, whether it's male or female. Now, I know Sebastien is male, but I just want to get a feeling and a sense of his signature. And his energy is quite strong today, but in terms of the maleness, it's an even balance between male and female, but it actually feels a little bit stronger male today because he really is bringing his energy in quite strong as I've asked. And I don't need to ask him to step back because I want quite a bit of energy right now. I'm ready for it. Okay, there is the yawn that I wanted. So that is good for me. Let me know what the rest of you are feeling, even if it's a very slight feeling, a tingling, anything that you notice, make note of it. Just call it in. You don't have to write anything, but just make note. The slightest, smallest feeling that you feel within your body, any sensation is a good sensation. So whatever you're feeling, just allow it to happen. Hold on to it and just be with it. You don't got to do anything with it. Just be with it and allow it to integrate with your body. That's all you need to do if you're just beginning out. All right, that is sweet. I'm loving that. Okay, I am moving on to clairvoyance, and that is our sight. And I'm putting strain on the eyes, and I'm asking for a visual. So yesterday, I did a lot of straining and reaching. So that's what we call, Jesus calls that baptism by fire, and that's reaching. Instead of allowing, I'm reaching. So that was yesterday. And today, I am going to use a little bit more of my claircognizance and do a little bit of reaching. So Sebastien, will you give me an image? And I don't want to reach too far because his energy is quite strong today. But I can faintly see an outline with my eyes. And I can see It's kind of like an eye of Horus is what he's showing me, but it's actually his eye because he's showing me one side and I'm beginning to see the other side. And he actually is me showing me the eye of Horus on his arm as if it's like a tattoo. Why he's showing me that? He's showing me the correlation. So if you actually look at the eye of Horus and then you look at the pineal gland, it kind of, there is a similarity between that. I forgot the name of it, but it's like a mathematical equation, how it works out. And it is identical to the pineal gland. Whew, all right. Kerilyn is saying, my guardian angel is definitely male today. Heavy in the back of my head, down my back. Awesome. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Okay. What else do you want to give me? I can see his hair starting to form. I can see the blonde. Not so much the blonde, but the outline of his hair. I can see his face forming, his ears. He has his hair. Usually it's over his ears, but today it's behind his ears. As if he's like brushed it back. Because it still is long and hanging down behind. I know he's presenting himself as like 29 years old. So a very young, hip feeling. What does she want to show me? He's flipping between costumes, like from a clown suit to an Egyptian guard. And now he's like a cowboy. Showing me in a naval officer's uniform now. And just different flashes. And I gotta see, is my glasses dirty? Because I'm seeing like that orb again. Which is really cool. Feeling something. It's like starting to form. And it's just like a ball that's beginning to cloud in. I think what I initially felt was like some schmutz on my glasses. What else you want to show me? Okay, why don't you show me the different suits? He says he's going to tell me later in the message. Okay, that's good. I will wait. And I'm seeing like faint outlines, the details of the buttons on the naval suit, the intricate pattern on there. I can see the stripes along the side of the uniform, and I can see the raised ribbon or whatever it is, the lines, the 3 lines, red lines going down, and it's like sewn on, and I can see the ridges on there. I can see then there's like he's zooming me in, or I'm zooming in, and I can see the stitching on the edge of his, just on the edge of the jacket. Dark pants. I can see the crease in his pants. I can see the cuff creased, sharply pressed, his shiny shoes, black shoes, and the laces. And I see the pattern in the laces. I'm seeing the pattern in his socks. And it's not so much about what you see. It's more about just that you're seeing something, that you're trying. And that's where this work is. It's just about trying. It's not about what you see. It's that you're trying to see. Okay. Awesome. Okay, there's the yawn. I was done with clairvoyance because that was a huge amount of energy today. I'm moving on to clairaudience. Let me know if you got anything else visually. Moving on to Clairaudience. As I shift my attention to my ears, I already have ringing in both ears. So just like in a crowded bar, I am just trying to listen past the ringing, which is the conversation of the bar. And I'm going to be listening past that to hear what I can get. Hey, Luna, great to see you. Working on Clairaudience now. Just finished Clairvoyance. If you want to join in. And I am listening past the ring for any sounds I can get. So he wants me to reach, and this is like the area that he really wanted me to work on. And immediately I can feel the canals within the ear are open. Excuse me. Actually, it's the pressure is crazy on my nasal passages. That's making me, that made me sneeze. Okay, I'm just being silent here as I listen. I'm just trying to reach past. I can feel the vortex in the ear, like Kerilyn was saying yesterday. And it's just like a little vortex of wind happening in the ear canal. And it actually feels like cool to the touch. As I touch my ear canal, it feels very cool. And it's both ears just kind of ringing. So he wants me to be quiet and really reach for it now. All right, so that was really cool. So as I was listening, I felt a vibration right in the center of my head, kind of like an eye drop. Not an eye drop, but an eyelid. But that's, instead of this way, it's this way, and I can feel it going in, and it grew with great intensity. And then it condensed in, it got absorbed into my pineal gland, and then it shot out the sides of my ears, and then it really opened up with sound, which was really cool. Grace is saying, I don't have clear vision, but I saw a bluish green light first, and now I'm seeing a rainbow. Oh, so cool. I love that, Grace. That is beautiful. Very cool. And I'm hearing that's the prism of light. You're getting the prism, the different light fractals broken down, and that's integrating with your system. Very cool. Okay, so he has me working on the Clairaudience one more time. Feels ready to open, but he wants me to reach and be silent. Really cool. I really felt my ear chakras just open right up. So that vortex actually encompassed the entire ear this time. And my ear is like super cold right now. It's a really interesting feeling. Wow, that was cool. Thank you, Sebastien. Okay, so he's saying that there's a huge amount of energy tonight, so he doesn't want to do too much on here. So I'm moving on to Clairalience, which is our clear smelling. And he just wants me to smell. Let me know if you guys are getting anything as well. And immediately the energy is building up. As I put my mind here and breathe, he's just having me breathe in slowly to activate it and grow it. Huge amount of pressure. And I feel like I'm almost smelling hard plastic, even though hard plastic doesn't have a smell, but that's the smell that I'm getting is hard plastic. And it's almost like the burning within the hard plastic. It's almost like a vape canister. And there's a residue in there that's burning that I can smell. It's something smoking. He's talking to me about something about concentration, which is like condensing the pressure within a vacuum. And he's telling me that the nasal passage is like a vacuum chamber. So they're pulling it from the nose, but also condensing it and compressing it. So it's like sucking in and pulling, and I guess a whole bunch of features. And my nose is like super cold right now. Whew, all right. Oh, and Kerilyn says her nose is super cold too. Very cool. She says, I'm getting the vortex funnel in both ears and clicking in my left pressure in both ears. Love it. Love it. That's really cool, Kerilyn. Whew. All right. He's really telling me it's about the activation of the Clairaudience, Aliens, Audience, and the Gustance tonight. So he has me moving on right away to Clairgustance. And right away I can feel the pressure on the tongue. Oh, so much energy right now. Myra is saying, I heard a bird in the distance. It sounded like a geese I guess, calling. Very cool. Love it. Love it. Okay, I feel a lot of activation on my tongue right now. I'm getting the taste of nicotine tar. Not nicotine, it's actually residue. I don't know if any of you can experience this, but this is going back in my days that when you'd smoke a joint, there would be like a black tar residue on there. And that's the taste that he's giving me, is this black tar residue. And it's the texture, the thickness of it. Okay, well, why are you doing that? And he's telling me variety. He's doing this differently to bring into variety and expand on this. Expand on the abilities of the tongue to have different textures, different feelings. All right. And oh yeah, Myra, you're talking about Clairaudience. Yeah, I figured so. That's great. Thank you. Whew, all right. Any more of the tongue? he's putting so much pressure on me that it's almost like I want to regurgitate or gag, because he's just working the tongue, and the tongue actually goes all the way down the throat and it ends up here. And it's making me want to gag a bit. Kerilyn saying, tingling tongue tonight, still swollen, lots of salivating, ears still clicking. Love it. That's a huge amount of activation you have going on, Kerilyn. That's really cool. Okay. He said, I yawned. He's good. He wants me to move on. So I'm going to move on to Claircognizance now. And we're going to start working on messages. So channel a message for yourself from your guide, which I'm going to do now. In the meantime, let me know if anybody wants a message, and we'll start channeling for each other. Hi, Con. I couldn't find you. Really? You can just go to youtube.com/connight, and you will find my page. And if I'm live, on the homepage, the first thing you're going to see is my live broadcast. Maybe I should just check I'm just going to check my phone to make sure that that is what's happening. And going to go to my channel. And I'm just going to scroll down. Yeah, I can see, so I don't know if you can see this, but there's my channel. And if I scroll down a bit, there's a section there that says live now. I don't know if I can focus. Here it is. It says live now. So there's always going to be that live that has the upcoming shows and whatever else, but in the past live stream directly underneath it as I put that in. So if you ever are trying to find me, just go to Connight, youtube.com/Connight, and I'll work. It's all good. No, all good. Karen. Yeah, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for joining. Awesome. Glad you see it. Thank you for being here. All right, cool. So claircognizance, we're going to channel messages for each other and grab a message for yourself. Lots of hellos. And Grace is saying pressured energy on the sides of my tongue, no taste. And I'm kind of getting today, it's all about the experience. It's all about the pressure, the tingling, the energy, because there's so much energy right now. They're using that to activate. Like my ears are just so open right now and so much ringing, and the tongue is just activating so much. So it's more about the energy, and they're just taking advantage of the influx of energy that's happening on the planet right now. Yeah, that's right, Kerilyn. Divine timing, Karen. You are perfect. Okay, back to the message, claircognizance. Okay, Sebastien, what do we need to hear? And I'm hearing him talking about the practice in general. And he's saying this really isn't about what you hear, whether it's right or not, whether it's accurate or not. It's about whether you show up to play the game. And he says something about the different suits, the different outfits that we wear, the different suits that we have. Clothing is just, it's to make, it's just surfacey. It just makes you look different, but it's not who your true self is, who your core self is. And your true self and your core self is what you are sensing beyond the five senses, beyond your five physical senses, beyond your sight, touch, hearing, taste, feeling. He says beyond that. And he says, so it really isn't a matter about what you get, what clothing you wear, what suit you wear, what shirt you wear, what dress you wear. It doesn't matter. It's all about just showing up, whether you're wearing a formal outfit or you're wearing pajamas, it doesn't matter. Just show up and play the game is what he's saying. Cool. That's the message. All right. So I respect that. So it doesn't whether you show up or no or how well you do. It's just a matter about showing up. So that is cool. I like it. I like it. All right. Anybody want to volunteer? I see a lot of people that are watching right now. So if anyone wants a message, we are all going to practice. I just need, give me a new person. Whoever is new, don't be shy. Just post it up, say, give me a message, and we will all channel a message on you. This is a practice session. So it is all about practice. Cool. Okay, Martin says, I have a question. Hallows Eve, I try to reach out to past family. Mind's eye seen a person, no face was blacked out, but they touched my shoulder and disappeared. Who was that? Cool. All right. That's awesome, Martin. That's a great question. Okay. Let's all tune in to Martin and let's see who was it that touched his arm on, touched his shoulder on Halloween. All right. Only those that have high vibe. Reach out, go search, find out who was it. Who was it that touched Martin's shoulder on Halloween, Hallows Eve? Okay, so what I'm hearing is that I hear your family, your spirit family is all around you, but it wasn't them who came in. I'm hearing it was a curious being that came into you. They saw your light and they saw that you're brighter than what was around you, and they came in. And I'm seeing this as a soul. Is it a trap soul or is it? No, it's not a trap soul. It's just like an alternative being. Octurian? I'm almost kind of sensing and feeling and hearing what it's saying is that there's an Octurian being, which is a star seed, that was curious about your light. And if I could pronounce the name, I could, but this Octurian was curious about your light. They came in and presented themselves. So why did the Octurian touch Martin's shoulder? He wanted to feel if you were real. So it's almost like this Octurian could see in a different level, in a different, there's a lot of beings on this planet right now, some that we can see, some that we can't, and there's a lot that we can't. So this energetic being is what I'm hearing is that this Octurian, it's kind of like a new for this being to be around you, and it reached out to almost like to see if you were real and just touched you, and it's like, oh my god, it's real, and it kind of it freaked out in a sense. So it was like a kind of like a new experience for it as well, and it just as much as you being shocked to see it, it was shocked to see it. It's kind of like a Scooby-Doo type cartoon where they have the mystery and they go around a corner, and and Scooby and Scrappy, they see as they creep around a corner, they see each other, they scream and run in opposite directions. It's that type of imagery and feeling that I'm getting. So that's what I'm getting. Now I don't know if that's right or not, but that's cool. That touch was real. I love that. I love that. That's really cool. Yeah. So that I wasn't touched before, Martin, but I was in meditation, just kind of sitting about 5 feet from where I am right now. And as I was sitting in meditation, I clearly heard a woman's voice, and I was trying to open my eyes, and it's almost like I was opening my eyes in a dream in the meditation, and I clearly heard a female voice say, "No, or stop. It was like no or stop. Stop. Yeah, she said stop. And it freaked the hell out of me. I was like, okay. I'm sorry. And that freaked me out. And that was the first time I audibly heard a voice. And that was the last time I heard it. Everything else has been in my mind's eye since. So that was definitely the first and last time I heard it. So yeah, that's cool. Uh, let me know what else that you guys are getting for Martin if you're going to do that. Okay, Kerilyn says a message in grace. Okay, let me write it down. Kerilyn, and then Grace. I'd be really curious to see what you guys get for Martin if you want to do that. That's cool, Martin. That's a great share, man. Thanks for that. That's awesome. At Grace, yeah, I do think tonight was about sensation for me. Yeah, and same here. It went very quickly. They didn't really want to get too many messages. It was about the sensation. And it was I get us to activate the pineal gland. And they work on the sensations all the way around. Veronica or Vero. You have one as well. Okay, we're going to do one for you. That was really cool. And we have Myra. Okay. I just saw your message, Martin. I had a dragon visit me once. Another story. So cool, man. That is awesome. I love that. I love the different energies and entities that we all see. That is so freaking cool. Okay, so I'm coming to Kerilyn. Thank you, Kerilyn, for volunteering. And I really hope. I know I thank you for this, so I can practice. But I hope others are going to practice too. So Kerilyn, let me see. What does Kerilyn need to hear right now, Sebastien? What does she need to hear? I'm hearing something about taking care of yourself, Kerilyn. There's a need to take care of yourself. And I'm hearing nutritionally. Was it you that I had this message for yesterday? I can't remember who it was, but anyways, I'm hearing the same message about nutrition, getting nutrition into your system, and being mindful of your energy. I just feel there's so many shifts of energy happening right now, and they want to be careful about your energy level, about how much you're doing for yourself. It's almost like you're feeling a little bit drained. And a lot of this is ascension symptoms, but it's also affecting. It can also hurt you, like not hurt you, but it's not really the best for you if you just take on too much. So I'm hearing for you to work with the energy, to be cognizant of the energy and feel it more. Not feel it. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I have so much energy right now, and I'm feeling the energy that is here, and it's almost overwhelming that there's so much, but because you're trying, you want to open up so much, and you're trying so hard that you're allowing it to come in. You're saying, okay, come in, and they're showing me that it's almost like a sunburn. That if you're out there too much and you're just trying to take too much of the sun, you're going to burn yourself. So with the energy right now, think of it like a sunburn or being in the sun. You don't spend too much time in the sun. Allow it to happen, but don't burn yourself either. Like, so be cognizant of that. It's almost like you're doing too much too fast, in a sense. Okay. Yes, I took vitamins and had 2 smoothies. That's cool. Be aware more. be aware of your body, of what your body is telling you. So your body is going to tell you, as you gain your sensitivity, your body's going to tell you, drink more, get out of the sun, take a nap, go lie down. Um, it's almost like you might feel fatigued and tired, and then you start you say, well, I have to make dinner or vacuum or do something, and it's like you're taking on the task. It's like you're doing your duties. Like I have to do this, but the question is, do you have to do that task right now? When your body's a little bit run down, you're feeling fatigued, take a nap, because right now there's a lot of energy and there's a lot of things happening. So honor yourself, listen to your body, and if you need to, take a 5-minute nap. It's okay. That's what I'm getting for you, Carolyn. Carolyn. Um, Grace is saying for Carolyn, I'm hearing heart coherence and hydration. That's a big one. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. Completely makes sense. I'm trying to accelerate my growth. Okay, so that's what it is. Okay, yeah, there we go. You're trying to accelerate your growth. Yeah, so that's it. That's what I'm getting. It's like you're doing too much at once. This isn't a race, right? This is just you're doing it. As long as you do it and you show up, just go with the pace. Don't push yourself, because it's not necessarily going to happen any faster. You can really just make yourself sick, and then when you make yourself sick, it's like you just can't do anything. So pace yourself. Don't you're running a marathon here. This isn't about. It's not a race. It's a marathon. So take your time and just kind of go with the flow. And Martin said, had an image of eating really fast. Yeah. So that kind of goes in line with it too, right? Yeah, like rushing, rushing, rushing. And that kind of takes us back to being in the present moment and just enjoy the experience, enjoy your meal. Like again, it's not a race. It's about the whole idea about where we start with meditation and being in silence and being quiet and quieting the brain so that we can quiet the mind and the body so that we can hear our awareness. And if we are eating so fast, you're not savoring, you're no longer in the present moment. So when you eat, take a bite and savor, feel your teeth going into it, feel your saliva, feel the different tastes and the textures in it, and take your time as you eat. So that really does kind of go with it. Nice. And Carolyn says, I do eat fast. Yeah, that's right in there. That's right in there. Ingrid says, a good while ago, I would hear singing voices like harmonizing, no words, but so beautiful. What was that? Ingrid, I'm just going to say that real quick because that's angels. You were hearing angels for sure, what you were hearing. Yeah, so I just kind of read it and that popped in really soon. The rest of you can kind of check that in, but that is definitely angels is what I got. Okay, so I am okay, cool. I'm going to Grace now. So let's channel a message for Grace. And what does Grace need to hear right now? All right, Sebastien, what does Grace need to hear right now? Again, I'm seeing caution lights. So a yellow light is flashing. Caution, but we know she's doing the work and she's trying. And I'm still seeing the caution light flashing. I'm hearing take your time with this. And this is in relation to the woman's private group that you're creating. To take your time in what you're creating and think it through, because I'm hearing that there is a need or a possibility of not you. It's like offending people, like offending the women that you're going to bring in. And it's almost like you have awoken and you've clearly gone through who you are and to where you are right now. So it's almost like I can hear you and see you. You're talking and you're sharing about who you are today, and it freaks them out. And they're saying like, "Holy crap! Like, what the hell is she talking about?" And they're going to think that they have to immediately switch from who they are, who they pretend they are, to who you are within a minute. So it's almost like being careful about how you're going to talk to this. To that as you talk, that you're talking more about the transition, that you've kind of gone. It's not about who you are today. You can talk a little bit about that, but just give a little taste of that. Spend the majority of the time of the transition of you moving and some of the mistakes or the self-doubt that you had for yourself. That is more what these women need to hear. It's the how. It's being able to do it without without freaking them out. And you have to put yourself back to who you were when you were waking up and you were all alone. But now you're going to be guiding and coaching these women. That when you guide and coach them, um, you'll be able to guide them without fear. So this is where you need to put your mindset when you're helping these women. It's about the process. It's not about who you are. It's about the process and taking it easy and not being freaked out and knowing that they're safe and how to be safe about it, who to talk to, who not to talk to, by saying this is a safe space. This is where you want to talk. You don't have to share it with friends and family. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. But we can talk about it in here and grow within our group. So this is where it is. Much like we are here, we're keeping this very private. It's the same thing there with your group, is what I'm hearing. Yeah, and more is going to unfold in the next little bit. More is going to unfold. Yeah, I hope that resonates. Yeah, we're all saying we eat fast. I go through phases. There's time when I'm very mindful, and if I'm very calm and I'm within myself and I'm in the present moment and I've had good meditation, I can find myself, I'm enjoying my food. I can eat it slowly. I can take a bite. I can put my fork down and I can have a little chat with my wife and have a conversation. But sometimes, the plate is there and it's just gobble, gobble, gobble. And I look down and my plate is empty. And I look at my wife and she's like half finished her plate. So it definitely is up and down. This isn't perfect. Yeah. I tend to eat fast and other times not. And Kerilyn says, I really enjoy the process for grace. Yeah. You're creating a safe haven for others. Yeah, you are. You are. Great message. Loved it. Well done, everybody. So keep going for grace. Let me know what else you guys are getting. Okay, so I'm moving to Veronica now. And 4835. So Veronica says, my mother is staying at the hospital, and for the past couple of days, she says she's been seeing a type of alien ship. I'd like to know what they're doing there and who are they, if possible. Okay, Sebastien, who are they? I'm getting they are healers. They actually are healers. And I'm seeing actually 3 different races there: Octurian, Palladian, and Tall Whites. And I can all see them doing different areas of healing within they're correcting me, preparation. They're preparing your mother's body in different ways. And one is working on the organs. One is working on I can see the tall whites are working on the limbs, and they're stretching and pulling to create more movement and circulation. I can see the Octurians are working on the organs and the system. And the Palladians are working on the mindset and the opening of the mind, of moving more into a loving state. So each are working in a different area. as they take care of your mother, and they're helping your transition. Sorry about that. They're helping your transition into healing, because I'm hearing your prayers have been answered. You've been asking a lot of people to look out for your mom, and and to um, and to help her. Um, and I'm hearing your prayers are being answered. That all these beings have come in and they're working on your mom, and just helping your body and organize. So you're gonna walk in and you're gonna hear. It's almost like the doctors are gonna be talking like this is a miracle, that something really quick has happened. And when is she going to be hearing something? Um, Depending on her free will, it's going to be anywhere between 1 to 3 days that you're going to hear something. 1 to 3 days about her, her like suddenly being miraculously better, or yeah, something miraculous. 1 to 3 days, specifically 24 to 78 hours is what I'm hearing. Not 72, but 78 hours is what I'm hearing. And why is she seeing the ship? She actually is open. The women of your family are all quite open, Veronica. You're all quite aware and open. But she doesn't. I'm hearing it's not something that she typically talks about or shares with anyone. It kind of like is her private thing that she doesn't share. She talks to God about it, but she doesn't necessarily share that with others. So it's a very private thing. So her sharing it with you, I see it's almost like the drugs. I mean, she does feel connected with you. She does feel safe to share with you, but it's almost as if, like, just because she's in the bed and she doesn't know what's going to happen, that she wants to share this with you. But typically, she wouldn't share this with you. So that's what I'm hearing, Veronica. It's good news all around. So I hope I hope that resonates. Yeah, it's really cool. I hope that resonates. Okay. Um, yeah. So Grace says, for the group that she's helping, it's something new for many of them, but I'm going slow with this. Awesome. That's good. Martin is saying, trying not to be rude or wrong, but it was also with greed and hoarding like attitude. Yeah. Um, so what would be good for you is to set your boundaries, because I only allow those that have the highest and best intentions for the greatest good of all to be in my space. I keep it high vibe. But because you are just opening yourself up and you're just kind of searching, this is a low vibrational being that's around you. So yeah, you're right. When you hear about greed and hoarding like attitude, that is who they are. So they end up encroaching into spaces that they shouldn't be going into. So this is that type of attitude and that type of being. So you're absolutely right about the greed and hoarding type like attitude, but it doesn't mean that they're not curious, and they're curious about your light, because you are wide open. And you are one of many that are awakening, that's wide open, that doesn't know to set your boundaries. So something else you might want to do is call in Archangel Michael. Now, I didn't believe in angels or even Jesus like more than a year ago, or about 2 years ago now. And it's only now, because I've been connecting and I know, it's like, oh, okay, I know now. And this is why I have a relationship. And I've asked Archangel Michael to come move in with me to be my bouncer. So Archangel Michael, he's on the couch right now. And no matter where I am, he's with me and he's protecting me. So I only allow those that have the highest and best intentions for the greatest good of all to come in my space or out of my space. I set a bubble around me. Now, I don't believe that I need protection, but it just is what I say, because I am love, I am light, and nothing can penetrate my system. Nothing low vibrational can enter my space. So I am not worried to go after any being or enter into any space, because I am high vibe, and that's the only thing that's allowed in my space, and that's the only thing out. Because my light is so bright, it eradicates shadows, it eradicates low vibration. So this is even why when I went to this being, I went through my guides. So I said, okay, Sebastien, the high vibe guys, you go find out who that is. I'm not going to do it. I don't want them in my space, but you can go find out, because they're not allowed in my space, but they can go find out because they have much better control than I do. So I hope that makes sense, Martin. Like, that's really cool. It really is cool. Awesome. No worries, Kelly. Thank you for popping in. And if you want to do some channeling, hey, have fun. Yeah, Veronica, that is wonderful news. I'm really happy for you and your mom. Really super happy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Veronica says, thank you. She told me he had green lights. Even my sister saw it, and I knew they were healers. Awesome. Yeah, green healing, even violet healing. So cool. I love that. Veronica says, today my aunt did a quantum healing, and that's exactly what they were doing. Thank you for the confirmation for all the prayers. Oh my God. Veronica, you just gave me chills with that. That is so cool. I love that. Love that. Well, good. Keep staying in love, like, because Veronica, like, you are just pure love yourself, and your entire family is very loving beings, and you care a lot. So stay in the high vibration of love. But what you want to be careful of is, you can love somebody with fear as well, because you worry and you sit in that state of worry because you love them so much. You're actually giving them fear. So be cognizant of the amount of love or the type of energy that you're giving, because you can love somebody with fear as well. It's almost like my wife had a client that she was telling me about, that her son was having adverse reactions to a recent injection of something, and these reactions that she was having, she loves him so much that she started giving him juicing and high vibe food. But because she was preparing the food in fear, I have to give this to him, otherwise he's going to die. And you can feel like the fear and the death. And so she's preparing food not with love, because I'm going to heal him with this. No, I have to prepare this because he's going to die. So that is very fearful and low vibrational. But if you're saying I'm doing with this with love and grace, so this is the other thing I'm just saying to be mindful of the energy that you are. It's okay to love, but just don't love with fear. Hey, does that make sense? Let me know. You're doing awesome, and keep going with it. I'm so happy for you and your mom. So happy. Guys, let me know if you're getting anything for Veronica as well, or at least if that resonates. Tune in and just see if what I said, if it resonates. If you don't want to get a message, tune in and just see, okay, does that resonate? Yes or no? And practice your yes and no's as well. Okay, cool. And I am on the... Awesome. Veronica says, yes, it does. Thank you. Good, good, good. So happy. Thank you for the confirmation, Veronica. Thank you. Okay, I'm jumping up to Myra. And let me see where I can find Myra. And Myra says, I've been having neck pain for no particular reason. I haven't done anything to stress myself. Is it ascension symptoms? What's going on there, Sebastien? Okay, so this is kind of like a yes and no type thing. It is the ascension symptoms that has... so what it is a trapped emotion. So you have emotions that are in there, all physical issues that you have, like strokes, past life, whatever it is emotions. And you have an emotion stuck there that needs to be observed, loved, cared for, and breathed out of the body. And you can look at my intuition development course, stage 2, and you can look at emotional release. And Myra, I'm pretty sure you know how to do this, but in case you don't, take a look at the stage 2 intuition development course. You'll find a playlist on my channel, stage 2 and emotional release. And what it is a trapped emotion that you have, and you need to work on the emotions. And when you have these emotions bubble up to the surface, this is when it comes to your attention, either as a pain. So we have to remember the body can only it can only do two things. It can either show you the pain that it's in, or it can give you the ecstasy it's in. It's either sad or happy, angry or mad, angry or joyful. It's only two. So no matter the spectrum of fear, guilt, hatred, sadness, anger, rage, it can only be expressed in pains, aches, and that's what's showing in your neck. So that needs to be dealt with. So if your child is screaming or in pain, you don't say, "Here's a toy, go leave me alone." No, you're going to go to your child, you're going to hold it, you're going to say, "I love you. What is wrong? Is everything okay? What can I do? I'm going to kiss your boo-boo better. I'm going to love you. I'm going to hug you." So this is your body saying, "Mommy," and it's screaming at you. Say, "Do something." So this is where you need to swoop in and pay attention to that pain and say, "I love you. What is going on?" And tune in and just be with the pain, be with it. And as you're there, you're just going to be there. And just as you would hug your child or hug your pet and love it and care for it, just be there and be there in silence with love and compassion. And then tune into the emotion and feel what it is and recognize it. If it's sadness, okay, I see you're sad. And say, okay, it's okay to be sad. Just know that I love you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm not going to bang you. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm with you forever. So just talk to that pain. And it's the ascension symptoms it's not ascension symptoms. It's the energy it's that ascension that has activated it. And it's telling you to go deal with it, go take care of it. And we might feel this, we might be washing dishes. We might be driving the car. We might be bending over to pick up a sock. You might be brushing your teeth. And all of a sudden you get a thought in your mind. And the thought can be, oh, here is the lunch that I had, the conversation with my friend, and it was very kind of anger, and they said something. So then there's your opportunity. So instead of letting the thoughts run in your head, take a minute, breathe, calm yourself down, and then look at the event unfold. Maybe the event that there's something with them. Maybe it is something that needs to be shown with you, but really it's something to be shown, to give it love, or the pattern needs to be written. If it happens, if you're seeing a trigger, an external trigger happens outside, that's an external trigger. If that happens a lot, then that strikes up an emotion. So someone cuts you off, you get really mad, or your dog is on the stick and you won't let it go, and you're getting mad because it doesn't let go of the stick. These are external emotions that need to be looked at. But if you get a thought in your head, which is internal, inside your head, then this is something that needs to be looked at, nurtured, loved, cared for, pay attention to, just as you would your child or pet. Pay attention to it. So this is what is going on for you, Myra. Pay attention to it. Anything else on that? No, that's it, Myra. I hope that makes sense. Give it a whirl. Check out those videos on my channel if you need more information. Again, look under the playlist, Intuition Development Course. I have a playlist in there, and look at the stage 2 work, emotional release and the pattern rewriting. But specifically, that is emotional release that you want to look at. Cool. I also have a group guided emotional release where I just kind of guide people through general things within the body. You can try that as well. That might work. The other one is quite specific, and there's meditation there, but the group guided emotional release might help you as well, which I'm going to do again in a couple of weeks and set that up and do a group one. So that is really cool. All right, and Karen says, Archangel Michael is a powerhouse. I have a statue of him on display. Love it. I love it. And like I said, if you haven't invited him in your house, invite him in your house to come live with you and be your protector and spiritual balancer, to only allow those that have the highest and best intentions, the greatest good of all, in your space or out of your space. Only allow love inside your space or out of your space. Keep it high vibe, and it will shift your energy. Grace says, my heart was expanding while listening to you, giving the message to Veronica. That's definitely a yes. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Kerilyn says, I got chills and a yes for Vero too. Amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you for the confirmation. I'm glad. Kelly says, working on emotional release myself. I've been exhausted today. Thanks for this group. It's great support. Thanks. Yeah. And funny enough, it was on the 6th. So yesterday's noon meditation on the 1 Billion Strong YouTube channel. The noon meditation is a really big revitalizing meditation I did for people as we went through the high vibe stuff. So I'm going to put that on the channel, or I'm going to post it with a little thing that I'm just got to edit. And it is super high vibe to raise your emotions and raise your energy. So Kelly, your body is feeling exhausted. That is your body, and that is an emotion that can be shifted as well. So in your intention, your mindset, you can say and talk about it. No, like, I am not exhausted. I am empowered. I am strong. I am trained every molecule of my body with vitality, with the energy, with love. And even just as I feel that, as you have that emotion, you say it with feeling, you can raise the vibration of your body. You can find that extra bit of strength and energy that you need. And it really is, it works. And I do that all the time. Really, really is. Kerilyn says, that's what I've been doing today too, Kelly. Love it, love it. Myra says, emotional release first thing tomorrow. Yes. Grace says, emotional release makes me so tired and thirsty too. Yes. Kelly, but I've been so accomplished every time I release the old emotion from the body. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks. It is emotionally draining because you're removing the emotions from the body, but it is so necessary. And that is the work of a light worker. That's the work of a lot. What we're doing here is releasing that emotion. So yeah, good point and sharing that, Grace. Thank you. Kerilyn says that's part of my dehydration. Yeah. I've been drinking a ton of water. I keep a 9.5 liter jug beside me. So like, I guess it's like a 2.5 gallon jug beside me with mineral water. And I drink that all day. Martin says, makes me think of plant medicine when you have to face yourself can be a battle, but worthy battle. Yeah. And as you become more open, your body and your relationship with your body, it's going to talk to you a lot more. So as you shift your nutrition more into a plant-based, high vibe, live foods, getting water in, doing all the channeling, your channeling becomes better, and your conversation and your feeling within the body, you'll know what your body needs, and it just gets better all the time. Beautiful. Good thing, Karen. And Grace says, yes, Kerilyn, I drink green tea and lots of water, but still feel very thirsty right after it. Yeah. Yeah. Grace, so green tea has a lot of caffeine in it, which can dehydrate the body. So be careful about your green tea, or take a look at the package contents, or get a decaf green tea, something a little bit more natural. But green tea it's got a lot of good things in it, but it also has a caffeine in it, which can be hard on the system. Yeah. All right, beautiful people. Well, that was it. It was a great practice. Thank you all for coming out and playing so hard and really becoming a community. This is such a treat where we interact and connect with each other. I'm so honored to share this space with you. And it is 1:30 a.m. for me right now. So I am going to end this transmission, and I'll be up for at least an hour and a half because I'm buzzing pretty good. So have yourself a great night, everybody. I will put this timestamps into YouTube now before I sign off. And I'll be back here tomorrow night, 12:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time again for another round of practice. And I hope you will be joining me again. If you really think that someone can benefit from this, or that is shy about their awakening, this is a very easy way to work on their gifts privately without letting other people know. So please share this out with people, like, subscribe, whatever it is. But let's just get this out to more people, because my purpose in life is to help people with their awakening, and this is all part of their healing as well. So it's all part of it. So thank you, everybody. I really am honored to share this space with you. Thanks. Beautiful, guys. Got your last messages. Beautiful. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow, everyone. Have a beautiful night. Thanks. Bye.